Yeah, it's good, everyone. It's your boys, Jimmy Daz and Deffa. Hello, lads.
Hello.
What's
Hello,
going on?
soldiers. Well, not a lot. Just chilling on an extended bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, chatting riffs on a bank
Riffs.
holiday.
Ah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Nothing like it, mate. And it's
No,
sunny.
Yeah,
it's
bloody
not been
hell.
too bad, has it?
Not been too bad.
We'll be punished tomorrow, but it doesn't matter because,
Punished.
yeah, we have got a dozen Bobby Dazzlers from April to discuss.
Don't we
Um,
just?
Me and Def, we were just saying before, a lot of these will probably be reappearing at the end of the year.
Ooh,
Been a
spoiler.
yeah, been a well good year, month, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, April, yeah. Fucking hell.
I'm telling you, mate, these ones you're going to have a familiar conversation in December
Yeah,
with a lot of these.
yeah. Call him Lorna, mate, because he is sure about that. Hey,
Yeah.
right then. Let's kick it off then, lads. Let's jump straight into the riffs. We're going to the USA for this first album. It's the third record from Antichrist Siege Machine, and this came out on April 19th on Profound Law, and it is called Vengeance of Eternal Fire. That age-old question, war, what is it good for?
Metal.
Riffs, mate. That's what it's good for, because this is a 25-minute relentless barrage of like spiteful, nasty noise, isn't it?
It's mate. It's does exactly what it says on the tin, mate. Ron
Yeah,
Seal metal, mate.
yeah.
Blackened death metal, grindcore,
Grindcore.
crusted all into one like
Yeah,
being,
yeah, yeah,
and it's just insanity, mate. Like you said, for 25
yeah.
minutes.
I like the last record. This blows that one out of the water for
Yeah,
me.
I've got that
Yeah,
on
it
my
does.
notes, mate. It does. It does.
And
Um,
what they do really well that not a lot of other war metal bands do, in my opinion, is they inject quite a lot of groove into it.
yes, they
Yeah,
do,
You know, so
mate.
you've got the whole like nice head snapping bit of groove.
Yep.
But as you say, Jim, it don't last that long before it's just like just fucking pure annihilation again.
It is, but those little moments, mate, give you like some really nice variety, don't they? Like there's bits
Yeah.
I think Only Evil,
yeah. That's
Piled Swine, Prey Upon Them, sorry, have those little moments in there, don't they? That
it slows down. It's more of a stomp, isn't it?
yeah,
Slows down, let you
Mm.
yeah,
catch your
yeah,
breath.
yeah. But like I said, that don't last for long. And then and then they're just back to fucking pummeling you again. But
Oh my god, mate.
um it's kind of weird, right, with this, because I don't know if it was because we've listened to so much now of this sort of like more extreme side of things, but I found this like quite accessible for this style of music. I think it's like it's produced really well and mastered really
Yeah.
well.
I think that's it. It doesn't have that shitty fucking production that like
No, no,
everybody seems to like love, don't they? Just like,
no,
oh
no.
yeah, better like bang it on so I can't hear anything. Just pots and pans, mate, and chaos. Love it.
Yeah, it's not. This doesn't sound like a load of pans falling down the stairs, does it?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? But
Yeah. With your bullets
obviously,
from your bullet belt.
the Knobmaster's involved here. Like
That's that.
Rizik, when you know you've got Rizik behind it, like that's I
Yeah.
think that's what gives you the it's got nice clarity to it, hasn't it? Like the vocals are nice and clear. The drums sound fucking brilliant, by the way,
They
on this.
it sounds like a drum machine. That's how
He's
good they sound.
redefining like genres, isn't he? Like how they
Yeah.
should sound sonically redefining genres, mate,
Oh God, he is, mate.
is what he's
That
doing. It's insane.
he would have had to have got this spot on, because like you said, if this had that DIY raw, in the basement production, you wouldn't have lasted 3 tracks on this. It'd have
Yeah.
gone
No, I think
straight
so.
off. He's What he's done with it
Yeah.
is ridiculous. But
Yeah, it's
that
amazing.
much brutality on here, it
Everything's
sounds
clear,
everything. You put those
That's
headphones
it,
on,
mate.
mate,
Yeah.
and it's
you
not
know.
at all. It just everything sounds
And it does
glorious.
make it more accessible. No,
Yeah.
It
that'll
does.
work for some people, that won't work for others, but that's how it is.
But I think when you've got a nicer sound, a clearer sound, it gives it more fucking impact because you
Yeah.
can hear what's going on. You can hear the riffs clearly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And a noise for noise sake is like,
I mean, we can talk about this about a later album as well, but
yeah,
in all
agreed.
fairness,
Agreed, mate. But it's absolutely mental that two men are making this fucking sound.
Yeah.
two men, yeah,
Like genuinely.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
SB, like they go by initials. How that geezer drums like this and does vocals at the same time, I think it's going to be one of them unsolved mysteries that's going to go on. Do you know what I mean? Like how the pyramids get there, Stonehenge. Like how did this geezer drum and
How-
do them vocals?
serious breathing techniques going on there, isn't there?
It's unreal, mate.
He must have like a
Fucking hell.
70-piece kit.
It's
It must
unreal.
be, mate, because it's fucking insane, mate.
You've got RZ peeling out a million riffs. Like in that 25 minutes, his guitar's like a machine gun, just
Yeah.
firing off rounds of riffs. It's like fucking riff, just firing at you. It's literally bonkers, man.
It's an
Like I know-
ASM 47, isn't it?
yeah. Like
I
you've
mean, I think
obviously
the album title's quite apt as well.
it is, yeah.
That's
know,
yeah, the artwork and the title, yeah, is literally your neck's getting ripped off when you hear this and getting thrown in the fire, mate.
Yeah,
That's
pure
exactly what's happening.
vengeance.
Pure
of fire.
vengeance. Yeah, that's what's happening for 25 minutes. Nothing you could do about it.
Like you've got to be in the right mood, sort of mood for this sort of thing, obviously. But by God, when you're in that mood, man,
Yeah, it's brilliant.
fucking harder than anything else. Like, yeah, if you're bored of having a head on your shoulders, this is the album for you, man. Antichrist Siege Machine are the band, and Vengeance of Eternal Fire is the name of the record. Okay, next album then. We're taking a short little trip over to Canada for the second album from Archray Billis called, is it Ormacide? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ormacide, correct.
Yeah, say that. 19th of April again. This came out on $20 spin. Like I loved Apex Apian, right? That was in my top 40 at the end of this year. This stomps that into the curb, mate, for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is like I think they've taken what they produced on that record and they've like just honed their craft and
Yeah.
dialed in on what makes them sick. Like
the blueprint is still there, but they've just added new flavors. They've stirred it in. That Kenwood mix has come out again. And you know what I mean? They've just changed that scene, that tech death sort of scene again, mate.
They've like just that ability to meld like intricate technical death metal with slamming brutality and then like smother it in this futuristic alien magic. It's this fucking devastating record. This like it's so good.
Yeah, I think this is like a remolded Fear Factory. Back when Fear Factory done that sort of cyber techie sort of stuff, you know what I mean? You know, off the bat, you get those techie cybery riffs. You know what I mean? The patterns in the play, you know, they're so intelligent.
Yeah,
it's enough to summon T1000. You know what I mean? From the future, you know what I mean?
Like the songs, like they twist and fucking contort, and then they'll pummel you, and then there's these like eerie, spacious, slower moments that like allow you to breathe for a bit. There's like moments that just pure out fucking bewilder you. Like,
yeah,
what was that? Like,
I like the start-stop riffs that come in. They drop in certain songs, and they're fucking great, man.
Yeah. We need to take a moment, please, for Dave Stepanovicius, I think he'd pronounce it. Sorry, Dave, if that's wrong. But on guitar, how the fuck is one man writing shit that sounds like 5 guitarists are playing?
Like, what? Mate, he's from the Cyberdyne Labs, mate. He's where they fucking created the Terminator, mate.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He's been sent back in time, mate.
He's the real Terminator. He is the real Schwarzenegger's not the Terminator. He's the real Terminator, mate.
I mean, in fairness, though, like every member is a fucking animal, mate. Jordan, absolutely insane, mate. Everyone in the band is a monster on their respective instruments.
Yeah,
you know,
he's one of my favorite death metal vocalists right now. Like,
wow, cool.
he's doing shit that's just so creative. Like them like alien effects that like drop in and out of the record, and then you've got them really cool cleans in Sorted in Stygia.
Oh yeah. A faceless form. Wicked, mate.
That is so sick, Lappy, isn't it? And again, like you don't. That's not something that that's been there before.
No.
So like Def said as well, with that like Burton C. Bell Fear Fact, like it gives you those sort of vibes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a bit actually. I mean, yeah, it's all pretty much on point. But I feel like the record, it's like quantum physics. You know, like you put it on and it's just like, if you want like quantum physics as an oral form, like just listen to this album, mate, and you'll be like, the shit moving when it's staying still, mate. You know what I mean? You know,
what?
They just showcase such an exceptional songwriting capability on this album that like they're purely just taking the piss, mate.
Yeah.
At this point.
I
fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's a fucking colossal record, this.
Oh,
like it's
a head twister, mate.
It is.
Down to just even the subject matter of the album is like insane, mate. Like just actually like insane.
Yeah, you've got
real deep, man.
There's no point in us trying to describe what it is. Like go and look it up and read it. But it's such a cool concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
it's deep.
Got to give a shout out to Christian Donaldson of Cryptopsy as well, who produced and engineered and mixed and mastered this, because it sounds absolutely monstrous, this record.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just one of the very best newer bands in death metal.
Yeah, well, the Canadians don't often miss, do they?
Oh God, no. When it comes to extreme metal, mate, they're on point. They really are.
And when you're on $20 win, come on, mate. Come on.
Yeah. I think they've laid down a marker with this record, honestly.
I think, mate. I think this is the future of tech. It feels like the future of tech. This is how tech death should go.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Dan. It's definitely when you think tech death,
it's more our sort of tech death. It's our sort of tech death. Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's just really fucking technical.
It's fucking creative, mate. That's the thing for me. Like, there's so much like creativity, imagination in this record that blows my mind every time I listen to it, man. I've gone back to this loads as well since it.
Is it?
I played this a bunch, man.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, brilliant record. And hopefully we'll be having a little chat with those.
Yes.
Soon, so we can dive.
We're basically making our way through the $20 win roster, so
we are. Yeah, we can belly flop into that concept and stuff and have a little chat.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, so Ormicide is the name of the record. Archabilis are the name of the band. Right, okay, next up, we're off to Norway. Def, you'll love this one, mate. It's the 21st album from Darkthrone, called It Beckons Us All. And this came out on April the 26th on Peaceville. Def, I think are you in agreement? This is my favourite era of Darkthrone.
The two before this. I mean, even Baby Old Star sort of started this new sort of generation of Darkthrone sound. But you know, Eternal Hail's National Fortress just showcased how talented these two are, and this album continues that trend, man.
Carries on that hot streak, Def.
Streak, mate. Yes.
For me, I think this is my favorite of this three.
I'll throw in something here as well, right? So I wasn't massively in on the last two, but this one, like, I'm kind of cool with. Like, I was actually like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think
it's not something I'm going to go back to at all, probably, but it was decent. Like, I did like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
and I wasn't expecting to like any of it really, because I didn't like any of the other shit. But it's
way more
cool.
Me and Def's thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think it's like a more mature sound, isn't it? These last few albums.
I struggle with it personally, but
Yeah,
it's great that a lot of people love it.
Yeah, I think
I
they're
like-
leaning further into that love of classic like trad metal on this one. There's like heaps of Merciful Fate and early Metallica.
I think
There's some early Slayer in the
yes,
solos and that.
yeah,
Like Eon 3 Death. You can just imagine King Diamond wailing all over the top of
Mate.
that track, can't you? Like,
mate, all over it, mate. And
in fact, actually, Death, the vocals in the middle of that song almost sound like he is wailing over the middle of it.
I think they're getting close to that sort of style, mate. I think the
That
next
Merciful
album,
Fate,
mate. I think
influence.
yeah, I think it's always there in the other, but this one just feels they're getting to that more heavy metal
Yeah.
era. And
Yeah.
it fucking, I mean, Black Dawn Affiliation is
Oh,
probably
God.
my
Get out of it, mate. Get out of it, Death.
mate. That is probably one of my favorite tracks out of the three, mate. It's just phenomenal. The lead work in there, everything about that track is just, mate.
It's a riff masterclass, that track.
It is a riff masterclass, mate.
Unbelievable, man. To me, Dev, to my ears, this sounds a bit cleaner than Astral Fortress.
Yes.
And I really like that because I think the riffs pop harder on this.
Yeah. I was worried about this album previously because I thought, how can you follow Astral Fortress? Because that was such a good album, but they keep doing it, man. They've still got ideas, mate. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't think we should be doubting these lads at this point.
No,
man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they've been here, done that, worn the t-shirt, innit? Exactly,
man. I mean, the whole album is front to back great, but there's some the standouts for me, man. Like the Bird People of Nordland.
Oh, God, yes.
The riff at around 1 minute 30.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell, it's so sick. And the Lone Pines of the Lost Planet.
What an end track.
Def, these boys know how to fucking write a closing track, don't they? An epic closing track. The last 1 minute 30 of that track is unreal, honestly. The last 1 minute 30 of this album is...
Yeah. That's creme de la creme.
Yeah. The vocals I feel like their vocals are getting better over the years as well, aren't they? Like, there's so much going on in the vocals here. Sometimes it's like straight up metal, heavy metal. Then they're like kind of trippy and psychedelic.
I think, he's definitely doing some different things. But I was worried we were going to get like sort of the Coffin Storms type vocals, which I wasn't a fan of that sort of style. And I was thinking, oh, I hope that doesn't really, take effect into here. But he has sort of kept that separate, which I'm glad. It's what you would expect. But yeah, he's trying different things, man, and they're working.
I agree, mate.
I think they're working, man.
I honestly agree. This for me is like my favorite of the last however many records now. Like, I really, really like this. I've listened to this a bunch as well. Like,
yeah, I'm appreciating him. I mean, Astral Fortress is probably my fave, but I don't think it's going to be long, mate, before this overtakes.
Yeah.
That traditional metal, mate, we fucking grew up with that. Yep. That's our bag, mate. And when we hear this old Metallica style, his old Slayer style, Merciful Fate, King Diamond, it takes you back, mate. And it has a grab on you, mate, that no other genre can do, man.
Yep, I agree, mate. I agree. And like you said, Dave, as the year develops and you find yourself going back to it, I think this will...
Yeah, I think you're right, mate.
Yep.
100%.
But yeah, this deep into their career and this many albums in, and they're still knocking out material this good every 2 years. Like, hats off to you, boys.
Mate.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, can't knock it.
So yeah, it beckons us all, and it really does. Dark Throne is the name of the record. Right, okay. Ooh, controversy here, lads. We don't often do controversy on here, do we? But this one falls into the controversy category. So we're going back to the USA for the 13th album from Deicide called Banished by Sin. This came out April 26th on Reigning Phoenix Music. So listen, we'll just get it out of the way first, right? The artwork is guff. Right? No one here is defending a band of Deicide's stature for using AI artwork, right? It's fucking. It's just
Disgraceful.
it's
Guff.
just guff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like let's be honest, right? So don't do that again. Like, and consider, especially when you've got a
Don't
band
do
with,
that again, Glenn. All right.
yeah, with a band with history of such cool artwork as well. No, it's such
Yeah.
a.
It's a shame. It is a big shame, man.
I mean, the last one, Overture, is fucking wicked.
Yeah.
Like,
they-
do you
yeah.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
there's some really iconic covers in their back catalogue, and you know, this is not one of them. And then obviously is like recent comments. Like, I think it's kind of tainted the fucking release of this record a little
Yeah.
bit because
Yeah,
they've
but it
been an
has,
easy
mate.
target, haven't they, for people
A
taking
little,
pot shots.
a little bit. But fucking, do you know what? Like when he made those comments, I was just like, okay, like I don't know whether I can be asked with this anymore.
The Weezer
You know what I mean?
comments,
Oh,
like,
God, it was just-
"Ooh, you, he sounds like a bloody wall."
does he actually? Does he? Do you think he actually means that? Do you think he actually means it, or is he just like, if I just fucking stir up some?
I think
The controversy.
I
it's
think
either,
I think it's a shit stirrer.
it's either that or he's had a Chris Barnes moment because that's sort of something. He
Does
was
seem a
sort of
bit
saying.
Barnesy, doesn't he?
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
very Barnesy comment.
Mate, we just like we need more Max Cavaleras and less of that fucking nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bring
I
young
mean-
bands up, man. Who cares what they fucking drag? Just support them and bring them up.
That's
And
such a poor. That is just such a poor, thing to say in it. Like you
yeah,
can't
it's just
judge
so-
judging people on the way they dress is fucking god awful. And
It's proper old man yells at cloud, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just
Grandpa
think
Simpson, like,
Yeah,
the way we all dress was something that brought us all together, and why we all came to the same place. You know what I mean? Listening to metal because we were all a bit weird and a bit dressed a bit out of the norm, perhaps. Especially when we were younger. You sort of like try different things, don't you? Like you might
Yeah.
dye your hair like a mental color or something. But for
Yeah.
him to just be saying shit like that, I think it's just insane.
yeah, it's proper
Fucking low hanging fruit, mate. That is
proper old boomer shit, mate. That isn't it? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
which is such a shame because fucking saying all that musically, like, I think this is the best Deicide album since Stench of Redemption.
Me too. I
Like,
agree.
It's got some of those fucking early 90s vibes in the riffs. Like, the opening 3 tracks are as good as you could fucking wish for this deep into a band's career. Like, Doom to Die is one of their best tracks, full stop.
Yeah.
Like for me, like that. It's got the it's got like vibes from the first 2 albums, Doom to Die. It's really fucking ripping that. Buried Across could have come from one of the earlier albums again. Like, it's a really like, it's been like I said, it's been an easy target, but it's a really fucking good record, isn't it?
I think so. I think it is. I mean, I've heard
Yeah.
a lot of people that I've seen, like some like it, some hate it. But I mean, I'm in the camp with you, Jim. I quite liked it. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking or
No,
different.
it's not groundbreaking, mate, but you're not going to get that from these bands at this stage of their career. Do you know
But
what I mean? Like,
I do think it sounds re-energized.
Mhm.
I think the injection of Bro from Inhuman Condition.
oh yeah, Taylor Nordberg.
Yeah, Taylor Nordberg.
Absolutely.
I think he's injected it's just a fast, groovy. It's a fun listen if you can get past the like God hating shit. But
Mate, you by
Don't
now
worry
if you
about
like
that. Yeah.
Deicide or not.
yeah,
Like,
just
come on, you're not
no
coming
one
into a
cares about
Deicide
that
album
anymore,
at this stage.
it's like,
Going,
oh yeah, the lyrical content better be fucking good.
yeah, fuck me, come on, you know what it's about. Like, stop that now.
Oh my God, dude.
The title track, mate, comes in almost like black metal fashion.
Yeah, there's a lot of tremolos on there as well, isn't there? Some tremolo riffing and some more Danny Filfesque vocals as well on Sever the Tongue.
Yes, there is, mate. I love that. He's like, I think Glenn sounds really powerful on this record.
Yeah.
And you've got those like double tracking with the higher pitched shrieks behind his like gutturals sound so good. The final trumpet, I think this doesn't. Maybe a couple of tracks in the middle, it dips a little bit, but then the Light Defeated on final track is one of the highlights for me on this record,
I think
man.
it picks up towards the back end a bit.
The lead work on that is outstanding.
I think the lead work and the solos and stuff all throughout this are impressive.
Yeah, the solos are really, really fucking good. They're really melodic, aren't they?
Yeah,
really, really well.
Yeah, they are.
structured
They are very melodic, mate.
Yeah, and I think it adds a real like weight to their sound, and it's a bit cleaner sounding for sure. But mate, I love that. I've got
me too. Mate, I like that.
I like a nice clean production, mate. I'm not gonna lie. The riffs are clear, and the riffs are the MVP. So when
the riffs exactly.
Yeah, and that's what you want. But yeah, overall, man, like it's a really fucking good Deicide record, and I like it more and more as well. The more I spin it.
Same. So, yeah, same as that. I just think that, like, if I think it was, I feel like it was kind of just set up to be like, as soon as the AI art thing was released and people obviously had their opinions on that, and they're right, rightfully so. And I just think that because of that, in the lead up to the actual release, people were just like, oh, fucking, that's just dunk on it.
Yeah.
Without even trying to be like a little bit objective. Like, if you can get past that shit, get past the fucking stupid fucking lyrics and that, and just, if you like riffs, it's good, right?
That's exactly it, mate. Yeah. If you like Deicide already, like, you're not going to listen to this and go, oh, I fucking know shit. Like, because it's not, right? And if you're saying that, then.
Yeah, I think you're a bit.
I think you're just trying to be a bit.
Yeah. Needs to go and calm down a bit.
Yeah, chill out, mate. But yeah, Banished by Sin is the record. Deicide are the band. Right, okay, next one then. We stay in the USA. Something very different. It's the 6th album from Full of Hell. Called
How the hell is it the 6th album?
Yeah, like 31st release or something overall, which is bonkers. Coagulated Bliss. This came out on the 26th of April on Closed Casket Activities. Now, Full of Hell are a band I always wished I could get into, but never quite have. But now my wish has come true, because this is a fucking brilliant record.
Agree, mate. Agree.
I'm in the same boat as you, Jim. I liked, was it Trumpeting Ecstasy?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the Weeping Choir. Like, I don't know why. I felt like that was
I'm the opposite of Shock. I loved Trumpeting Ecstasy. I loved Weeping Choir.
Yeah, that's always
Garden of Burning Apparition.
Couldn't get
into it at all.
No.
I don't even think I listened to the whole album. It was not for me. It just tried to be too different, and I don't know what happened. But then they brought color to this.
That's the first thing that stands out, isn't it? With
the artwork,
is the artwork is the first, I think, that has actually got color in it, isn't it, Def?
It's everything's black and white, very morbid, very, those cover arts are pretty much, you can hear the sound from just by looking. At the Trumpeting Ecstasy, at those cover art, what you're going to get. You're not going to understand any of the vocals. The music, the production is going to be raw, infested in your ears.
Yeah.
This is completely different, but it's the same, which you can't explain. It's still there. All that shit is still there, but in a different way.
Yeah, the difference is the production.
The
production on this.
It's clear. It's crisp.
It's what we've been saying,
punchy.
Mate. Yeah. It's what we've been saying. Like, fucking, I used to put on Full of Hell, and I just fucking used to get headache, mate. I was just like, fuck this. It's absolute fucking carnage, bruv.
Yeah.
And this is still fucking carnage, but like, at least you can kind of hear what's happening, and it is
streamlined. It's streamlined carnage.
But they've also, like, what they've done is they've got proper song structures in here.
Yes.
I think the band said they went on tour. I think it was with Nothing.
Yeah, they've done quite a few releases with them and stuff with them.
And they were just like, they came to appreciate like a pop song, or like a pop song structure and stuff. And I think they've worked that into here. Like, it's a very, like, it's definitely the most accessible. It's got traditional like song structures in places.
Yeah.
And it's such a great blend, isn't it? Having the two sounds in there, because I love this record, mate. Honestly, like,
to me, straight away from first listen, it sounded very much like the Wormrot album that came out
Yeah, I hear.
They changed their sound. They've done the melodies. They didn't just do a 4/4 style grindcore. There was different elements of grindcore and metal in there. This has that same sort of blueprint,
Yeah.
and they just show how talented they are by doing different sounds, letting the guitars breathe, hearing the melodies.
Yeah. The guitars have got like almost just a kind of like rock tone to them. They're not like metal or hardcore.
It's like a
guitars.
cybery rock.
Like rock, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that title track is the perfect example of that tone, and it just sounds so good, man. But don't don't think you're gonna turn this on and you're gonna hear All Time Low or some shit like that. Like this still strips the walls fucking heavy. Like,
oh god, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're saying, and there's so much variety. Like it's only 26.5 minutes, isn't it? But there's so much variety to this record. Like, Fractured Bonds to Mecca has got like a Godflesh vibe to it.
Yeah.
And you got Bleeding Horizon, which is like a 6-minute like
Doom Whopper, mate.
Yeah, Doom Whopper.
That's a fucking Doom Whopper, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got Gasping Dust that actually has Ross Dolan on it from Imo, mate. Oof.
That is, mate, when I saw that he was doing a guest spot, like that's just like a furious grind blast, isn't it? That, but again, it's way more like accessible and easy to digest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Schizoid Rupture, mate, is with those death metal vocals.
Oh, mate, that is unreal.
It is unreal, isn't it? And Vomiting Glass is 56 seconds, and it's a Song of the Year contender for me. It's fucking.
It's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Then you got the closer Malformed Ligature, which is
with Jacob, which
has got a collab with Jacob Bannon, which I thought from when I first heard Full of Hell, I was like, sounds a bit Converge.
That last track is like a hidden Converge gem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, mate. Like a hidden gem, mate. Yeah. And again, they sort of tread into the sort of doomier side of things with that, don't they? And they've even got the old trumpets blasting and stuff like that.
It's just unbelievable. I thought it was really good. Yeah. I have to shout out Spencer Hazard and Gabriel Solomons. Their guitar work on here is like Converge levels of brilliance as well. There's so many wicked riffs and guitar moments all over this, and Dylan Walker as well. This is easily his best vocal performance.
Oh, by far, mate. We mentioned him when he's, there's been loads of albums where he's been a guest on there, and it's always, what type of track it's going to be because he's that type of vocalist. But that trademark sound that he has, mate, no one does it better, man. For me, he's incredible, mate.
So much range on this record vocally, isn't there? Like,
and this album is perfect for that because, like you said, Full of Hell have probably had this. You know what you're gonna get, blah blah blah. But it's probably gonna be like Antichrist Siege, that sort of. This really breaks the mold, man, and it's so refreshing to hear. Because I reckon a lot of people might have been lost on those last couple of albums. They might have thought, another Full of Hell album, you know what it's going to be like. It fucking ain't, mate. They just show how talented they are, and they're back. They are back.
This opens them up to a whole new range of.
I think this is the sound they should go with now. I think this is where they'll go from here now.
In the words of Alan Partridge, they're evolving, not revolving.
Mate, hopefully another 30 albums of this sort of style now.
Oh yeah, I'll be all over that, mate.
Mate.
That'll do me. So listen to this monster right now, honestly. Full of Hell, Coagulated Bliss is the record. Right, okay then. We are staying in the USA for this next one. It's the third album from Necrot called Lifeless Birth. This came out on the 12th of April on Tank Crimes. It's death metal. It's
bloody good death metal, mate.
Something that for me, I've not really got into Necrot up until now, in all honesty, and even this album took me a few goes. But on first listen, like it's pretty straightforward, groovy death metal. But on repeat listens, there's loads of little technical flourishes and kind of like almost more like progressive moments that just keep you coming back and delving deeper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It is, man. What do you think, Def?
I got sort of in Human Condition vibes, you know, that sort of easy listening. That's why I struggled when you said, Jim, that you couldn't get into this album, because I thought it's just sounds the easiest style.
I don't really.
I know you
Human
didn't really
Condition
like.
just don't fuss me, mate, at all.
No,
So that's
I
why
know.
I mean,
I get you, but I think if it was the other way round, it's sort of like, if you're a fan of it and, you know, you sort of say to me, you sort of think, how can you not like, you know, how can you not like? But there is so much more in this.
Yes, that's
There's
it.
Yes,
so much more in
there
this.
is.
It's the Transformers more than meets the eye thing that kept me that kept me coming back, mate. That's what it was. It isn't just a surface level, straightforward death metal.
No,
Mate, they understand the science of riffing, mate.
Oh God, do they?
They understand how to create songs that just and riffs that never leave your brain.
They are so fucking catchy.
Oh,
The songs
Drill
on
the
this
Skull,
record.
I think, is like one of the death metal tracks of the year.
that's the anthem. That's the anthem of the year, mate.
It is the perfect death metal song. That was what Trey Pemberton said from Creeping Death, and I was just like, I listened to it again. I thought, fucking hell, he's right.
It is, mate. As soon as I heard it, mate, it's just got the right. It's everything about it, mate. Screams anthem. That's their undeath moment.
Yeah, do you know what? Actually, that's a bloody good shout. It really is.
It is, mate. It is. It's such a simple track.
Without compromising any sort of like, I don't know. I don't want to say like hoppiness, but I mean that's the
mate.
closest to an actual authentic death metal banger. I think you're gonna get.
Yeah, because I bet you already. You know this. You know that guitar tone straight away. And that drum, Drill the Skull. It's just fucking classic,
mate. That's fucking wicked, bro.
I say about Gatecreeper that song is written for big festival slots.
Yes, and live setting.
Yeah, big live shows.
You know, every song on there I think's fantastic. Dead Memories.
Oh, the solo in that, mate.
Oh,
solo in that.
Solo. The breakdown as well is going to have people in neck braces.
Yes, mate.
In the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, and even down to the album close of The Curse.
Yeah.
You know, so many riffs, mate. I was like dribbling.
Very Death Doom, innit? Very Death Doom.
Yeah, the thing that I've always loved about Necrot is their transitions, mate. They just smooth like butter, mate. Like
buttery, utterly buttery, innit,
mate? They bring us so much joy.
They do.
Like even from the second you press play, mate, Cut the Cord is one of the catchiest death metal songs you'll hear.
Yeah,
anywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
a phenomenal album, man.
Yeah.
Do you think this is their best one, Def?
You know what? I think it is. I was a massive fan of Mortal. I thought that had a lot of anthemic moments in it.
Yeah.
But I think this, like you said, the guitar play in this, mate, is out of this fucking world, man. It's leaner. It just feels better, bigger in every way over Mortal, I think. The more you listen to it, I think the more you gain from it. It's just, you know, those longer tracks and what they fit into those longer tracks is just showing that they're still not that bad. There's still more to go, man. That's what the exciting thing is about Necro.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not there yet. This is not the opus yet. There's probably another 2 albums away, and this is fucking a 9 out of 10 album straight away.
That's true. That's true. 9 out of 10. Yeah,
they're still building. They're still building, man. And like you said, you look at the bands that these people have been in. They've been in some fucking Vastum, Borlust, Asphylex. You know what I mean? They've been in massive bands, man. They know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah. What about you, Jim? Are you gonna
for a Necroc convert, mate? I've done the last 2 albums. They never really did anything for me.
Okay.
And that's why I went into this one. I was like, well, it'll be all right. I guess.
Cool.
This is by far and away my favorite record.
Oh, sick, mate. Yeah. I think it's the best one.
Yeah. Mate, from what I need to go back and do the other 2 more. But
Mortal's really good, and Blood Offerings is insane.
Yeah. I agree.
The thing that really makes this for me, though, mate, is the solos on here. Like,
Yeah.
like you touched on earlier, they're almost heartwork levels of class.
Yes.
The solos on here, they're melodic, well crafted. They had so much, like, like those solos on Heartwork just elevate those songs
Yeah.
to even
It's
greater
on here.
heights.
Does it on here, mate?
That's
Yeah.
what they do on here as well.
That's
I
a great
agree,
shout,
mate. I
Jim.
agree with you,
Yeah.
mate.
I've got that in the notes as well. A class record. It's just a class.
Yeah.
It's like a Titanic experience, but without the iceberg.
Yeah.
Pure class.
Just carries on floating.
It's still sailing now. It's still sailing now. Yeah, I agree, mate. Through the skull.
They're playing it. That's the fucking.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I do feel
Right.
like Luca's vocals delivery, like, because his voice is quite decipherable. Do you know what I mean? And I think those help those choruses really pop as well. So
Yeah.
I was reading an interview or watching one on YouTube, I think, with him, and he was just sort of saying that, like, he just writes the songs because he's a fan. Like, he writes songs that a fan would want to hear of death metal because he loves death metal.
That should be the way to do it.
Yeah,
that should be the way to do it.
Well, proofs in the final product, mate.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, that's the way to do it. But yeah, death metal rules. This album fucking rules.
Necrot rules. Yes, mate.
Yeah, Lifeless Birth by Necrot is the record. Well, okay, Core Death. One for you to pop off on here, son. We're staying in the USA. It's the debut record from Nuclear Tomb.
Oh my goodness me.
Terra. No, it's not called that. It's called Terra Labyrinthian. This came out on the 19th of April on Everlasting Spew. So this is like a ripping, old school, gnarly death / thrash metal record, but with some like oddball, technical Voivod, early Megadeth influence.
It's
as well, isn't it?
I think that's why probably it's stood out so much. That rawness, that death thrashy sound. I sort of had, like, I always like to have a thing that when I hear a band, I think, well, if they sounded like, if this thing did this is like Reek of Putrefaction era Carcass did death thrash. So they didn't do death grind.
Yeah.
They did a death thrash out, that raw DIY type production sound, those wiggly solos, I mean, one of the tracks it sounds like it's off fucking Rust in Peace, mate. I nearly lost my shit, man. In one of the bits, mate. You'll probably know, Jim, which one it is, mate. Oh my god, it's a spitting fucking image, man. But yeah, it's just like a love letter to all those great death thrash sort of bands, and it's another sort of 33-minute album that just delivers so much.
Yeah, it tears by this thing, doesn't it? Like you said, Def, this is a real stripped back, raw record, isn't it? There's nothing going on here but four dudes in a room just fucking chopping it up on their instruments.
It's like a garage sort of sound, isn't it? Yes, in the garage, plugging the amps in and just fucking going for it.
Yeah, the guitars cut like razors, don't they? On this, they're like razor sharp,
steel sharp, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, like, if you want to, I think, peep that title track for like an example. If you want to just hear one song quickly, that title track is fucking brilliant. Fatal Visions, Def. The start of that song is so bizarre.
Yes,
I don't even know what's going on.
No,
and that's where
he's listened to Homicide.
Yeah, they've been
and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, just don't know, mate. Like, because I kind of I was like, oh, cool, this will be like a death thrash, old school, but it's more than that, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it goes into some other place, and like you said, like the Voivod style, the death, the prog era death sort of style.
Yeah,
it sort of goes into there. You know what I mean? And but
Dominance and Persecution death, isn't it? With that proggy midsection.
That's it, mate. That's Rust in Peace. Fucking Rust in Peace, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
It is, mate. It's Rust in Peace.
That midsection is
those melodic sways, mate. You could imagine just Dave jumping in and just singing over that, or cutting into the next section. That's how much it sounds like fucking 1990 fucking Megadeth.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll tell you what, when they just want to unleash a fucking ripping riff. Holy God alive. Vile Humanity.
Yes, well done, mate. It's my favourite track.
The midsection of that.
Mate, that is like...
That riff.
That it's like I can't explain it because I was trying to write down how the riff is, but it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's very sort of punky, innit? It's like a punky, thrash, D-beaty type track. It's got a real Demiser type vibe to it. So you got to listen to it because it's just 3.5 minutes of just fuck it. It's the catchiest fucking section of guitars, man. It's so good, man. Such a track.
Those two, Dave, the Michael and Matt Double M Axe Attack on this record.
Mate, we love an Axe Attack. We love an Axe Attack, mate.
The solos on here are absolute scorchers, aren't they?
Yes.
Like I think that's where when I said that early Megadeth influence.
Yeah.
The solos on here.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Matt and Mega Mike, like fucking solo wise, are so good. I think the vocals are more on the death metal side, aren't they? But with that, Homeboy needs a Strepsil bad mid-range raspy delivery.
It suits, yes. Strepsil, yeah. it is like, yeah. I think it suits the style, I think.
Absolutely.
You know, it just adds to that authenticity of it.
Yeah. A big mention as well, mate. Amelia Morris on that bass. Her playing is so sick.
I can't remember what track it is, but you can hear it and it was like, holy shit, that's the bass.
There is some mad shit going on
mad,
those strings, mate.
Mad shit, mate. And it's like thick. It's like fucking
yeah.
It's fucking impressive, man.
It's like, you know, when you listen to Rancid, you can hear Matt Freeman just like going off under the music.
I found
the playing going off.
Yeah, when I was obviously working on the notes for this, I found myself more stood out for the bass because it's so, when you sort of start, it's so prominent, and you think, fuck me, man. Oh, so this album, mate, blew my cock off, man. Honestly, I've had to sew it back on so many times, man.
I'm gonna have to add it up, man.
But it's a debut album. I know they've been around for a while, this band. I think what I was reading, I think about 11 years or something. 11 years ago, I think they sort of got set up, and they've probably done EPs, you know, demos. For a debut album of this quality, man, this is what we love.
Good Lord, it's so good, man.
I love it, mate.
A lot of people on Twitter were going mad about this, but I've done a bit of it. I need to go in on it. This is what I love about doing these roundups. I'm just fuck me. I've got like 5 more records to.
When you hear other people's enthusiasm for records that you might have gone,
it helps.
Oh, maybe it's not for me.
It helps. It does,
because you get a bit of context behind it, don't you? And
that's it.
But yeah, if you're looking for something a bit different, a bit weird, but still riffs hard, like this is the one for you, isn't it?
God, yeah, man.
Yeah, Nuclear Tomb, Terror Labyrinthian is the name of the record. Right, okay, we've chatted about one fucking mental alien death metal record today, and now we're going to chat about another one. We're staying in the USA. Christ, the USA are killing it this month. It's the 3rd album from Replicant called Infinite Mortality. This came out on the 12th of April, Transcending Obscurity. And I was I know me and Def, we were big fans of Infinite Mortality in 2021. Daz, I know you got into a bit later on in the game.
But
again, same with the Billis Boys. This has fucking upped the game for Replicant.
Mate, I'm fully in on this.
Destroys that last record.
Oh my god, it actually does destroy it.
It destroys.
I mean, you might as well just get rid of it.
Forget it. Toss it.
Just forget it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to speak for them, but like if I was them, I'd be like, yeah, don't fucking listen to that. Just forget about that.
Listen to this. It's still got those like dissonant, chaotic flourishes, but for me, this is a way more cohesive, realized version of what Replicant,
absolutely
have been doing.
I think vocally as well, like absolutely,
holy god,
a banger, mate. This is kind of like how I hoped that they would sort of sound vocally on the last album. But I really like the last album. I'm in on the last album, but this is just like, you know,
vocally wise, that's what sort of took everyone back on that last one, wasn't it? And
I think so.
What he's done on here, I think he is held back a little bit on those like pain-strained shrieks,
mate. 100%.
So when they do hit,
oh
god, they fucking
that's it.
That's so much.
That's it, and they're fucking they're so good. But I think, as you say, on the last one, it was predominantly made up of that, and it was
Yes.
kind of like fuck. But yeah, this man, honestly, I mean, as soon as I saw the artwork by Ali Tuttle, I was
Oh,
just like, the dark greens, the blues, the gold, pure class, mate. And
I've got a
classy.
conspiracy theory about this album. I think that Replicant are on the same planet and the same ship as Two Mold were on Planetary Clairvoyance.
Oh, I see.
Two Mold were the one side of the ship, Replicant were the other. Because we talked about Mike on the box, man. He sounds like that fucking entity, man, on the cover.
Yeah,
At times.
yeah,
He sounds unexplainable,
unexplainable,
but unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on that same shit, man. Conspiracy theory.
It's cold outside.
Shrine to the Incomprehensible is one of the best songs of the year.
Oh,
with Drill the Skull.
Incredible track.
It's got those fucking 90s Machine Head Burn My Eye.
Yes. Yeah.
Natural harmonic riffs are
the pinches in this album, mate, all the way through. I love a pinch. You love a pinch. Daz loves a pinch.
Yeah, we love it.
Fuck me, man.
I don't even know how you can fucking describe like Replicant sound. It's like brutal death metal mixed with technical death metal a la Gorguts. There's some hardcore in here. There's some Machine Head groove in here.
I know it's razzle dazzle tech disso. That's what it is.
They're giving you the old razzle dazzle death.
Razzle dazzle, mate. Yes.
That's what I really like about Replicant. Is like actually no one sounds like them.
No, they don't.
Like, not even close to it either. Like it's insane. Like I mean, you could kind of like split hairs and be like, yeah, it's probably like more Gorguts than any other band, but like I still think they're like just
they're on their own.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
Gorguts ain't ripping into a fucking Burn My Eyes groove, are they?
Like, there's fucking massive slams on here, mate. Like that last minute of reciprocal abandonment, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Jesus Christ! Like 1 minute 25, the breakdown riff with the drum snare makes you feel like someone's just like caving your head in with a fucking pickaxe or something like
that. That middle riff in Orgasm or Bereavement at like 1 minute 40. It's like completely different from the track. You're just like, what?
Yeah.
It just comes in and then it goes back and you're just like, oh my God, the different tempos that they bring into the tracks. It just sounds easy. It's so fluid for what they do. It's incredible.
There is an endless stream of ideas and creativity on this record, but it is so smooth.
Mate,
it is smooth.
It is liquid. Mate. It is liquid. Yes, perfect description.
There's fucking 6 spacey synth parts as well on like Necro Tunnel and stuff.
Yeah, that's where that Two Mold thing. You know what I mean? Those alieny, spaceshipy.
Yeah. Now, you want to talk about Necrot and class? Like this is class as well. Like this is a band in its own. They're in their own league. Really,
this album, mate, is fucking. I mean, Malignant Reality was a biggie, man, but this wipes the floor.
It does. It does. Mate. It really does. I can't wait to see what happens on the next album.
Oh God knows.
This is it. This is the one, mate.
This is. I'm with you, Daz.
Who knows, mate? Who knows? You don't know.
It again, like we say, this sounds fucking monstrous. There's loads of clarity. The bass has got that big, thick, beefy presence, and the drums like thump you in the chest on this.
Drums are sensational.
Got old AJ from Half to thank for that. Because he was on mixing, mastering, and drum engineering duties.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed this.
Yeah, I thought that. I think like Half are probably like in a bit of the same wheelhouse, but like not at all. Like, you know what I mean? But so AJ would probably have quite a good understanding of how to make stuff sound like Replicant.
Yeah, bring this to life. Like what?
It's good. Yeah, these managed to bring it to life because Half have got a lot of musical layers to their bow, haven't they, as well?
Yes, they have, mate. Yeah, absolutely. It's been like I looked at loads of reviews for this, and like it's been getting 9s.
Mate, it's fucking it's absolutely unbelievable, this album, mate.
Oh, it is. I think this is going to go
Nines across the
down.
board.
This is going to go down as like a modern death metal great.
Yeah.
We'll be looking back at this in years to come.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I agree with that comment wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Mind blower. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, Infinite Mortality is the name of the record. Replicant is the band. You have to hear this record.
Yeah.
Like, hey, oh yes, it's our boys. We're staying in the USA.
Here we go.
It's the second album from Tombstoner called Rot, Stink, Rip. Came out on the 26th of April on Redefining Darkness. Again, right, well, like we just spoke with Replicant, they've taken everything that made Victims of Vile Torture a great album and improved it in every department for me.
Def?
Yeah.
You're the one I need to refer to, Def, because that was your album of the year.
This has to be.
I think this is a better album. It's more upgraded. It's more upgraded. It's more mature. Songwriting just feels a level above, even though Victim's songwriting was incredible. You know, they can write a 6-minute death metal track. You know, Sealed in Blood is a fucking.
Oh my god, dude!
That's only track 2, and from that moment after the intro, you're like, this is a completely different album to Victims, man. This is not Tombstoner we know. This is the new wave Tombstoner, man. And just from that track and from then on, mate, it's just, it's incredible.
I don't think it stops, mate. Honestly, I was listening to this earlier today, and from Sealed in Blood, Rot, Stink, Rip, fucking Nasty is great, and it's fucking nasty.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Static White Noise, well good. Metamorphosis, that's the one for you, innit, Jim?
That's a steamroller, mate, that track. Like a fucking steamroller.
You know, the old dive bombs in there.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
They've added some really cool new flavors on it as well. Like Desperate Dreams has got like that Prime In Flames Carcass hybrid sound, hasn't it? That I don't think you got previously. It's just like everything's upped in it. The songwriting, the playing, the production, everything's better.
There's not a weak track on this album.
Oh god, no, it does not.
It really isn't. It doesn't dip. Vials, like track 10, second to last, unbelievable song that is.
That's the standout for me, mate. Vials.
Yeah, me too. Vials is amazing.
Yeah, they've got their blend of like thugged up, swaggering death metal and hardcore. Like, it doesn't really sound like much else. I can't.
No.
Tombstoner have got like a personality and a vibe about their music that really doesn't. It's not like anything else, is it?
No,
they're like, because they're like smart dummies, aren't they?
Yes, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they're
Ricky and Julian.
They're like the trailer. They are like the Trailer Park Boys of death metal.
Yeah.
The way Tom fucking sings those with his JD and Coke, mate, still in his hand.
Yeah.
Impressive shit, man. It's impressive shit.
Yeah, you know, but fucking hell, like Vials, as you said, that it's got like black metal tremolo riffing in it, and you know, there's catchy hooks, massive grooves, batshit crazy pinch harmonics, dive bombs, everything. You know, the interplay between the vocals as well is like fucking wicked.
That's what really sets them apart for me, mate. That dual vocal hardcore bark death metal guttural,
guttural, that's it.
Trading off against each other, and I think they have a perfect 50-50 split between the vocals. So
perfect. It is perfect.
It's like a gangland rap style, isn't it? With what they do. It for what the music, for how the music and everything is structured, that delivery just works to a T, man.
Yeah,
mate. Leave You for Last as well, like that sick sample, like towards the end, and he's just like does this like nutty, like, and you can tell it's just like so taking the piss, like it's like like, you know, I just was pissing myself, man. Every time I hear it, I'm just cracking up, man. What a great album.
Great album, and the title track is a death metal anthem. It's mate, I cannot get Rot, Stink, Rip out of my head. It's always there.
Mate, honestly, right, we've spoken about anthems, right? I reckon they got 2, mate, because I think fucking Nasty, mate, is an anthem as well. Like, that's almost like Time to Rise from the Grave sort of style shit, mate, going on there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
They've done it again.
They've done
it again. Two Stoner. They've done it again.
Like
they have.
Those lads should be fucking proud as punch of this. Record. Honestly, yeah, it's so fucking good. And I know all three of us have said it in our group. We have all three of us have gone back to this. Keep going back to it. Like,
yeah, mate. Yeah, definitely. It's very Moorish.
Yeah. Tombstoner. Yes, lads. Rot Stink Rip is the name of the record. From one set of our mates to another one of our good mates. Another USA record, a debut from Trokar called Extremities. This came on the 5th of April on Self-Made God Records. So this is the work of some absolutely fucking twisted individuals like Walter and Jana Fluids and our buddy Dr. Shula Benson. Way, what, mate?
Oh, Shula, love you.
Man. We miss you, mate.
Yes, we do miss you, mate.
You don't understand how much of a cesspool Twitter is without you, man.
Yeah. Come back. Oh, don't come back, actually.
Yeah, just don't come
back. How the fuck do you describe this record? Grindcore, cyber grind with nail bomb flavors and
industrial cyber grindcore. I've got.
Christ.
I know it's a mouthful. I know, mate.
This is like, right. I can't do. It's a real unsettling listening experience.
Yes,
but it's weirdly somehow instantly clicked with me from the first listen. I love this record.
Yes, it's a very difficult album to describe.
Yeah,
you got like the Full of Hell, those short, sharp tracks, but they hit straight away. And for a track under a minute to get to you straight away, mate, it's fucking something special.
And it's not just relentless grind. There's like mid-pace stomps again, like we said, with Full of Hell.
Yeah.
There's D beats. There's like hardcore tracks. There's that industrial stomp, mate. Salter of Manias, that track.
And that's where the second half of the album goes a bit different from that. First 7 punched you in the face, punch you. You get to Salter of Manias, it slows a bit, and then you get into this new era of Trokar, which you think, fuck me, I didn't know they had this in them. Incredible.
Like that last track, Def Gollum, and with those, like, it's a real. It's got like real hints of pitch shifter, hasn't it? With that industrial beat,
mate, all over, mate.
But then we've mentioned them already, Hath. You get that fucking unbelievable clean chorus. I think it's those lads from Hath produced. That's their chorus, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh my god, Def. You do not see that coming, do you?
You don't see it coming. Holy no, I was the same as you, mate. I think I stood up when I fucking listened to it. I was just like, what?
When Def stands up, he means business.
Exactly, Daz. Exactly. When I stand up, I mean business. And there's definitely title for fastest track ever, or at least a year. Teeth in Offal. There's nothing quicker than that track, mate.
Teeth in Offal. What a fucking track.
You can try and do it. It's 59. He's 59. Yeah, 59 seconds. But it just makes you laugh. You just laugh. It's too good.
We said it was Full of Hell, Dev. We were like, this thing keeps you fucking guessing all the whole way through. Like like the track A Lesson has got like a real cool melodic midsection.
Yes.
And you're like, what? Like it's just, I don't know, man. The vocals. Shula Benson, you sick fuck. We said it when we did with the EP. His voice is mental. Like it gurgles, it blisters, it seeps with bile. You've got them mad, like robotic, alien-y fucking effects again.
He's a demon. I think Shula's not human. He's
human.
He's a demon. He's a demon that's come down. He's in Earth just to do this fucking brilliant music. It suits the music and the mood, and you've got to get the vocals right for this type of style.
His vocals are genuinely brilliant.
He's fucking brilliant, man.
so's his normal voice.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he's got.
Yeah,
He's one of the most like eloquently spoken men I've ever interacted with.
Yes.
You know.
And then he spits this out of his gob.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
What a lad.
Holy hell. Again, like production wise, this sounds wicked, doesn't it?
Yes. Those industrial moments, and tones, they sound big.
There's all kinds of mad samples and shit going on all the time, isn't there? There's always stuff flying around your head when you're listening to it. Mate, this is a really, really fucking impressive record.
I mean, they've been hinting at it. All the stuff that they've been doing leading up, all those EPs, you know, the split they did with Jesus Wept.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've been leading up to, so we know what they've got, the quality, and now to put it into a debut album, it's like, fuck me, mate.
Good Lord, mate, this is good.
Yeah, yeah, love it.
Yeah, if you're after something a little sick, a little twisted, Trokar are your band.
God, yes, mate. God, yes, mate.
Yeah, Trokar Extremities is the name of the record. Okay, a couple more then, lads. This next record, we are off to Germany. It's the 4th album from Vulture. It's called Sentinels, and this came out on the 12th of April on Metal Blade Records. Def, there are not many bands doing this authentic 80s sounding party speed thrash metal like Vulture, is there?
Mate, this is... We've gone in the Back to the Future motor, mate. We've gone back to 1985, man. As soon as you press play on this, you're there. Those classic speed metal leads with those heavy metal balance. It's just rip roaring, mate. It's fucking, brilliant.
So good. Like we got onto them, didn't we? 2021's
Dealing Death,
which was excellent. This is a even better record, isn't it?
Yes. I think it is. Yeah,
I think, mate, this is.
It's like we've been discussing with most of the albums. It's step up, the improvement in songwriting and everything. You know, it's like a theme going on. Realm of the Impaler, man. Oh my god, mate, the dual attack at the end of that, mate. Oh my god, mate.
Absolutely,
it's just
like I think the attention to detail, isn't it, of everything that Vulture do makes this like it makes it sound like a classic plucked from that 80s period, doesn't it? Like
like
the production's spot on, man. Like them guitar tones are fucking wicked, classic sounding guitars, aren't they?
But with that modern grit.
Yeah, the drums have got that, you know, that huge 80s arena size drum sound too.
Yeah. Around the world. Yeah, around the world. Yeah.
Drums,
I love that.
It was produced by Marco Brinkman, who did the last Crawl Force record, which we fucking loved as well, didn't we?
Yes.
So it's, you know, he knows what he's doing when it comes to this this style of music, but stuffed full of killer riffs. Classic sounding solos, Def, like you said, wasn't it?
Oh god, mate.
Galloping Steve Harris bass runs on it.
Yes. And the vocals as well, mate. I mean, they are some 3 inches of blood King Diamond streaks, man, on here. And again, that sort of takes you into that, you know, that's our heritage, man. That's what we fucking love, mate. So when you hear, you know, to anyone else, you'd hear that and think, oh, those vocals are shit. They sound, but as soon as we hear them, mate, we see the corpse paint, mate. And that's who we...
For me, Def, he's got like a brilliant blend of King Diamond and Sousa from Exodus.
That's a great shout, yes.
Like, you got that little bit of reverb and little bits of echo in there as well.
Yes.
That make them just sound like that timeless...
The echoes, man, on the vocals are sick, man.
Yeah, they're so good. But the thing is, a lot of these, like, you can have loads of bands will try this, like, classic sounding metal, but the most important thing is songs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having big, catchy songs. And this has got fucking loads.
In abundance, mate. In abundance, mate.
Stuffed full, like there's so many big vocal hooks and catchy choruses on here. Oh, let me get the track list up quick. Unhallowed and Forgotten.
Yes, second track.
Yes, Forgotten. Like it's an anthem, isn't it? Another heavy metal anthem, mate. Realm of the Impaler, like you said.
Oh god, mate. Draw Your Blades is great.
Yeah, Joy or Blades.
Oathbreaker, the last 2 tracks, Oathbreaker and then the Sentinels, Heavier Than Time. I mean, fucking hell.
It's so good.
It's so feel good. It's ridiculous. That's
really
what it is.
Good,
it's feel good, mate, because it takes you back to that era, and that era was feel good.
Yeah, and it's also definitely it was a real nice change of pace this month. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing else really that sounded like that this month. So
no, because it was all it was very death metal heavy. Yeah, so to hear this sort of, you know,
nice palate cleanse, mate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, back in time, sort of, you know, music. It was really good and really impressive that it was better than Dealing Death, because I know we fucking jerked our chicken about that, man.
Yeah, that
jerked your vulture, mate.
Got your bird up, didn't
vulture. Yeah, it did get my vulture up, mate. It did.
So yeah, if you're yearning for something classic sounding with fresh energy, this is the one for you, man. Vulture Sentinels is the record. Right, okay, final album up. Daz is wearing the t-shirt. We've been waiting fucking ages to talk about this. We're going back to the USA. The third album from Witch Vomit, called Funeral Sanctum. This came out on the 5th of April, $20 win. One of the absolute best death metal albums of the year. No question.
Oh my god.
No question.
Oh my god. It's
It'll still be there in December. I'll tell you what. Like,
I'm fucking telling you that now, mate. There's a spoiler, mate, for me, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking keep quiet.
Go on, look at his face. Look at his face.
Don't keep quiet. Let it out, son. No, we don't care. We don't care, mate.
This album, mate, is the best. It's the best of the year, mate, so far for me. I'm saying it.
Nice, bruv. It's number 2 or 3 for me, but it's
well there,
mate. This is there, mate. This is going to be fucking right up there, man. It's
I actually can't believe it.
I actually can't. I've lost count of how many times I've played this now.
Yeah, this is probably my most played, I think, out of everything so far.
It's we talked about bands stepping up from their last record or whatever. Witch Vomit have gone into a whole new realm on this album, haven't they? Like
they have.
This is them. Yeah, they're tapping into that, like their love of necrophobic and dissection and bands like that.
That black metal presence.
I mean, there's always been a bit of a Scandinavian aesthetic to like their music.
Yeah.
But now it's like super like, let's just go for
let's just fucking dive in, mate. Yeah.
But
mate, fucking every song on here, mate. Earworm riffs, every fucking song, man. Just riffs.
Yeah.
Oh,
that black and melodic death metal approach just it suits them like so well. And you've got that, like, from the first single, Blood of Abomination was such a great taster, wasn't it? It was such a well picked first single.
Yeah.
And then
you got classic 90s sound, didn't it had?
Yeah, and that fucking blue album cover with those like Necro Lord vibes. Like they gave the game away early, Witch Vomit, didn't they? Like,
I think
this is where we're going. Jump on this fucking train with us.
Yeah. I mean, fucking hell. Like, honestly, Blood of Abomination, Serpentine Shadows.
Oh, God, the
Decaying Angelic Flesh, Black Wings of Desolation.
Oh,
fucking Dominion of a Darkened Realm.
The whole fucking lot, mate.
Darkened Spirits is a 1 minute fucking punk song, mate. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a 1 minute. It's literally 1 minute.
Yeah. Bang on. Yeah.
Like, and then you've got the interlude, which is 2 minutes. And I fucking love the interlude.
Yeah.
Everything about it is done to absolute perfection on this record.
Fucking hell, man.
And again, we're going Megadeth again. The solo in Funeral Sanctum. That's fucking Megadeth-esque, man. When that quick doesn't drag. It's just exactly what you want from a solo. You want more of it, but they're like, nah, you have to wait now to the next album.
That solo is the one I noted, Def.
Mate, it's to end
brilliant.
An album and you got a solo like that. It's like, I want more, but I want it fucking now. Don't make me wait 2 years, please.
This has been 5 years in the making. This one, mate.
God, it's been a long
It's been long,
wait, mate.
Jesus Christ, man, what they've done, mate, in those 5 years.
It's 30 minutes long, the record.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty much I wouldn't. It's at that length where you kind of could do with probably another track, but they leave you wanting more. There's so much quality packed within those 30 minutes. You can't argue with that.
That's the quality, man.
It's the quality.
I could listen to 45 minutes of this.
I could win. I could listen to fucking 175 minutes, mate.
And I'm sure we have.
Yeah, well,
that's it. I just
keep playing it from fucking front to back again, mate. No problems. I've got a spare half hour, mate. I'll fucking listen to this, bruv.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've mentioned it, but the Tempter and CL on the fucking guitars, man.
Oh
my god, dude.
The riffs on here are just classic, timeless death metal riffs.
Yes, timeless.
Unbelievable.
Man, I never knew they could like really do this. Like, I've always been like a really big fan, like Buried Deep in a Bottomless Grave. Like, that was like well high, I think, for 2019 that came out, I think.
Yeah. Do you think this was the direction that they were always going to go in, but they were just waiting for the right...
I don't think I saw this coming.
I didn't see.
Do you think this is what they all... Do you think that they sort of had this in their mind, you know, thinking we're going to do an album like this that's completely different from the last one?
We'll get them on.
Probably not, Def. And here's why, like, for me, I think all three of us are the same, I think. It's only over the last few years that I've really grown to love Dissection and Emperor and bands like that, right? Maybe these dudes are on a similar journey.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And those influences, as you grow and you start to love different music, they start to seep into your.
We're gonna have to get them on because we need to ask them that question.
Yeah,
did they always have it in bag, or was it that sort of, you know, we're listening to, you know, like you said, Emperor, Dissection, all that sort of stuff, and then it just works into the guitar play, and then all of a sudden it's a completely different album.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first played this, when we got the promo through, I was fucking straight up this like a rat up a drain pipe, mate. And I was like, this is well different, but the same, you know, and fair play to them as well for like stepping out into new territory.
When I first listened to it, I mean, there was no panic. It was every track. It was like, Jesus Christ, that track is incredible. This track is better. Fucking hell, this track. How is this happening? And then you realise you're on the interlude, and you're like, "This is some of the best music I've heard." I don't know how they've done it.
They've kind of reinvented their identity, but done it in such a successful way. Like, it's like you'd expect a lot of bands to perhaps maybe put a foot out of line, you know what I mean?
Dip a toe in,
dip a toe in, maybe not even get it right, but they've gone Cole Lewis. Dive in.
They've gone Cole Lewis, mate. They've done a 9-meter jump, mate, into the blue.
Yes, mate. They've gone Tom Daley, mate. They've just been like, wow.
Yeah, they've nailed it, mate.
If we're going to jump off this fucking diving board, we better do
it properly, do it proper. Yeah, do it proper.
And that. Yeah, and they have.
Yeah,
and this is one of the best records of the fucking year, man.
Yeah,
hands down.
It won't be topped, mate.
I feel like it's been a bit of a theme on this month, but again, this, like, I'm not sure who produced this actually, but it sounds unreal. Like, it's got a cleaner sound than their previous material.
Yes.
And it really, like, it had to be that because it really allows that new direction to be like fully realized.
You can hear the riffs, mate.
That's riffs like this. Can't be coated in filth.
No, mate.
These riffs can't be coated in filth. They have to shine like diamonds.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a classic sounding record, isn't it? It's a classic sounding record that will hopefully appeal to a larger fan base for Witch Vomit.
One of the very best new wave bands.
Yeah,
in my opinion, you know, they're never too mold than that. Huh?
Yeah, this has to be heard. This record.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, as you said, the whole package, mate, the album art, the everything encapsulates it very well.
Yeah. It's again, I think another modern death metal classic record.
Yeah.
Fucking for show, mate. For show.
$20 spinner going into the history book, son.
They are, man. They're this generation's Roadrunner.
Yeah.
From the 90s. Like,
yeah, man.
Redonkulous. So yeah, Funeral Sanctum is the record. Which From It are the band. Okay, I just want to do a quick shout out here because this record came to my attention, I'll say, a bit too late to get in here fully. But Baron, Beneath the Blazing Abyss.
Blimey.
Yeah, man. They're a band from Finland. This is their debut record. Death Doom meets hardcore. Like I said it's like Celestial Sanctuary having a scrap with Hooded Menace with some fucking slam riffs in there. This is fucking wicked. I just wish I could have spent more time with it, but I will be doing that. But yeah, had to give that album a shout out. The band of Baron.
And again, it's not your typical, there's a couple of fucking like 9-minute tracks in there, and they've got to be heard, man. What they do in that 44-minute runtime is it's insanity, mate. Yeah. Some of the breakdowns on there, mate, of honestly unreal. They laugh out loud moments.
Yeah, it is a wicked record.
Yeah, so good, man.
Yes, jump on that, Baron, Beneath the Blazing Abyss. Right, and there we go then, lads. A dozen Bobby Dazzlers from the month of April, which has produced a load of Bobby Dazzlers.
So many, mate.
And it ain't slowing down, mate.
It ain't slowing down.
We're ramping up, brother. Like, strap in for May, innit?
Yeah, man.
I was just about to say, when we see you all for May, like, we'll be talking about the same level of quality stuff that's coming out.
Yeah,
I'm excited about a lot of that.
Yeah. So let us know, what were your favourite albums of April? Twitter at BangersP, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Bangers and Mosh Podcast. Search us up, you'll find us there. Thanks for listening to the podcast for heavy music. We'll be back very soon. Till then, party on, dudes.